Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning show. Good morning, Andy.
Good morning, Bart. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. It's windy out today.
Yeah.
I have to wear this windbreaker. The buttons on my shirt walking in, they blew open, so.
Today's a perfect day for you because I believe you have about 27 windbreakers.
I do love a quarter zip. Thank you very much. Yes.
Yeah, 54 right now in Jackson. Unbelievable, but we will see temperatures falling throughout the afternoon, but winds will remain strong. We have a wind advisory in effect till 4 o'clock today. Gusts as strong as 50 miles an hour are possible. We're not going to set a record for record high today. That happened a couple dozen years ago when it was 64 on February 15th.
Ooh, there's been some golf courses open, though. People have been out and about playing. Our own Austin Curtis drove to Kalamazoo over the weekend and played golf.
Wow.
Yeah, that's not for me. I need the sun in 70, but yeah, people are addicted to the game. So I know a few local courses have been open. So
Did you have a nice Valentine's Day?
I did, and it started with my Valentine's Day shopping because I went to two really cool stores. I went to
At 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon.
Man, I got to tell you that the scene at Brown's Floral yesterday was insane. Literally insane. Absolutely insane. I would like to thank Chris for really making me a priority in that scrum of all the men kicking tires. A lot of roses going out yesterday, but I don't know how the flower shops do it on this day. It's crazy.
It's the busiest day. Men shop for Valentine's Day on Valentine's
Yeah, it was just a bunch of dudes looking at each other like, oh, you came at 4 o'clock too? Yeah, of course. But I also went to Jackson Candy and Fudge Factory, which is fun, very fun. And I chocolate heart tin, and I was able to sneak in a few things that I like as well. Yeah, very nice. So we had a nice time and dinner at home. How about you?
Dinner at home.
Yes, wonderful.
Yeah.
What'd you have?
Your mom and I, we went to Tiki Sam's Pizza on Monday night for a pizza making class, a special Valentine's Day event that Sam DeRocher held. So we made pizzas and we took them home and we had them last night. So
Really?
it was awesome. Yeah.
Very cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
We had pizza too.
Yeah. Popular Valentine's.
It is. It's a popular Valentine's Day dinner, pizza.
Well, as you all know, the tragedy in East Lansing, police are still trying to find answers as to why that gunman went berserk and decided to start killing people. The three victims were identified. As you know, the students that were killed on the campus of Michigan State University were just going about their business.
The one thing that this could literally be anyone. It could be anyone's kid. Anyone. And it's very sad. Of course, three young lives lost senselessly, and of course, all have bright futures, and now their families and friends are grieving. It's awful.
Yes, Ariel Diamond Anderson, a sophomore from Harper Woods, Brian Fraser, a sophomore from Grosse Pointe, and Alexandria Werner, a junior from Clawson. We know the identity of one of those victims surviving the shooting, but still in critical condition. The student was actually identified through the establishment of a GoFundMe account set up by her family. The sister of Guadalupe Huapia Perez said her sister is a hospitality business junior at MSU. She is currently in critical condition at Sparrow Hospital. Family set up a GoFundMe account. The family is a family of migrant farmers. They're currently in southern Florida. She has no insurance, and they expect the recovery to last months. And already the GoFundMe has raised over $185,000.
Yeah, there's always some nice stories that come from tragedy. Nice to see the support for the victims, obviously, but sad to talk about a mass shooting every single day in this country.
Yeah, quick to jump on the discussion as to what to do. Yesterday, Republicans and Democrats in the legislature started their usual, well, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. But as you know, it's just empty talk. The Republicans introduced about 24 bills yesterday, all dealing with school safety and mental health. The Democrats want to introduce bills dealing with guns themselves.
Where's the closest mental hospital?
We don't have one.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. So I think that's a conversation right there, and it starts and stops right there. End of story. You know what I found interesting? The movie Rust is going to begin production again. The one with Alec Baldwin, where he's being charged with manslaughter and that. What are your thoughts on that going back to production? Yes, it's a way to honor the victim, but to me, it's like, it's kind of, I don't even know if bittersweet's a good word. I don't know. I think maybe they're taking advantage of all the news and the buzz that people will want to see this movie and see the scene from which this incident happened. I'm very surprised, actually, that they are picking this back up.
I am too. It's it's really a demonstration of Hollywood greed.
Yeah,
it's all about the money, and we knew that it was a somewhat low budget film. We saw pictures from the set. It looks like a really cheap movie, and they're trying to capitalize on the tragedy. And
it sounds like
I'm not a fan of capitalizing on tragedies.
No.
You know, one other thing that came out, a couple of things yesterday that came out, which were just incredibly sad. Students at the campus that were hiding and sheltering in place, some of those students were actually children at Sandy Hook Elementary School when those shootings occurred. Some of those little first and second graders were now students at Michigan State. They survived Sandy Hook. And there are also, as you know, we heard from and saw many students from Oxford High School who are students at Michigan State going through the same thing. And it's just unbelievable. And yesterday, the Gun Violence Archive said so far 71 people have been killed in mass shootings, and we have had 67 mass shootings since the start of the year. So more than 2 a day.
Yeah, and a mass shooting is classified as a shooting in which more than 3 people are shot. So, yeah, and the common theme, like, you know, who cares what this guy's motive was? It already happened. We know he had mental health issues. So everyone that goes on killing rampages has mental health issues. So, you know what I'm looking forward to? This weekend.
Oh, why?
It's the weekend.
Oh, the weekend.
Just because it's the weekend. No, there's some days off. It's President's Day weekend. Got a few things planned. So,
are we off?
We're off Monday.
Oh, we are?
Yes. How's that sound?
Sounds good to me.
That sounds good. I think we all could use a day for sure. High school basketball tonight. I am very excited. This is a treat for me. I get to be on the call for Tecumseh at Grass Lake.
Oh, that'll be a great
I'm very
game.
excited for this game, and our great friend and Brandon Dowley down here, his nieces play on Tecumseh's team. So I'm going to be calling it for the Tecumseh side. And David Rice goes to Grass Lake. He's going to call it for the Grass Lake side. So we're going to have like a double homer game. And we'll see how the crowd reacts to that. But he's going to be actively rooting for Grass Lake. I'm going to actively root for Tecumseh during the broadcast.
That's fine.
It should be fun.
That's
We
fine.
should have a fun time.
And you can watch it in a new place. View It. GTV has been added to the View It platform. And for the first time ever, adults in the United States this year will spend more time watching digital video on platforms like View It, Netflix, TikTok, YouTube, Amazon, Apple TV, Roku, than they will on traditional television.
I wonder how much of that is tracked after people fall asleep and it just auto plays through.
I can't stop it. You know, when you want to watch the credits, it won't let you.
I started a series once, fell asleep, ran through the entire series. I forgot what the series was and never watched it again. Happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
Let's get to some sports brought to you by our friends over at Extreme Dodge. If you haven't driven by there lately, check out their remodel. It's absolutely fantastic. And they have a great oil change building. They'll get you in, out quick while you wait. Oh, that's a great shot right there. Here's our scores. Basketball scores. Girls basketball, Columbia Central 69, Clinton 49. Oops. Is this the right scoreboard? Yes, it is. Boys basketball, Napoleon 61, Grass Lake 45, Western 48, Hastings 33. Jackson continues to roll. They beat Pinckney by 20. EJ over Noah, and Noah's a graduate of Burton Atherton. And then Marshall nipped Lumen Christie. And girls basketball, Columbia Central, they took care of Clinton. Reading over Concord. Jackson ladies beat Pinckney. Jackson Christian got the win. Marshall over Lumen. Springport and Western both winners as well. Here's what's coming up on deck for February 15th. We've got wrestling team regionals. Division 2 is at Fowlerville and Edwardsville. Division 3 at Napoleon. Division 4 at East Jackson. And another Division 4 at Homer. We'll have highlights, scores, and more for you later today and on tomorrow's scoreboard.
Did you watch the Super Bowl? I know you did.
Yeah, I did. I watched the Super Bowl.
So did everyone else. It was the third most watched Super Bowl, or third most watched TV show of all time.
Really?
Yes.
Behind Michigan, Ohio State?
I forgot to look, but no, not behind Michigan, Ohio State. The Super Bowl, third most watched television program all time of any type ever.
Wow.
And the halftime show averaged 118 million viewers.
That means 5 million people.
Do you know why the halftime show had Rihanna and all the dancers and singers up on platforms?
Because they were doing things on the field.
They wanted to protect the
Yeah.
field. The field was in horrible condition. It was, as you saw, it was coming up.
Yeah.
People were sliding. They were replacing divots every 10 minutes.
I think it was an $8 million field and took 18 months to build, and it lasted a quarter. Not a lot of talk about that after the fact. But.
And I have a solution to the balloons that our military is shooting down. I know what they are.
I shot one down.
They are just everyday, normal
Balloons.
research balloons that universities and researchers and private corporations send up. You know, there's so much studying of the atmosphere, global warming, the weather. It's just they're normal research balloons. Stop shooting them down. The China one, though, that had 3 school buses attached to the bottom of it, that one they should have shot down.
Yes, if you want to look up something funny, Google Cleveland balloon launch. Do you remember when they did that back in the 80s? They launched all these balloons from the cities. You should look this up, and it screwed up the entire air traffic control
Yeah.
in Cleveland. So check that
NORAD,
out. That's funny. If you want to see a lot of balloons in the air, do that.
They scrambled. They were scrambling. Now we have a great sponsor for a great show, and that is Vermeulens. Vermeulens, now in their third generation as a family-owned and operated business. They take pride in helping people furnish their homes with comfortable, affordable brand name furniture, and they've been doing that since 1925. Their home furnishing showroom is a great experience, huge, and you can shop all of their great deals that are really this week and the weekend. It's a big weekend, President's Day at Vermeulens. Who's on the show today?
We've got a wonderful show lined up. We're going to get things started with Brian Rich, Senior Vice President at Consumers Energy, right after this break.